This is Yohhamgambal. We're back playing Shadow Hearts. Last time we just got a whole bunch of demon fusions for Yuri. And we met Olga. We met her previously before, but we now know her name, Arcana Olga. She killed Terry. And she tried to take over Alice's body or do something with her. But yeah. And Margaret is around, not Paris, but somewhere near Paris, searching for Bacon. But we seem to be getting closer, though. It seems like we're in the general area of Bacon, just not quite sure exactly where he is outposted at the moment. But we're looking vigilantly for him. Lord Bacon! Well, Yuri is quite a powerful individual. And now that he has control of his demons, and he still has the god inside of his body, apparently, he could become an even dangerous force to Bacon. So Yuri didn't completely fail when he fused with the god. Just mostly failed. Seems like Olga and Bacon are talking about torturing some witch. They seem to be in some type of torture room. How about a nice cup of tea in a torture lab? Nothing makes the Earl Grey taste better than a spot of blood on the wall. Alice seems a little distant. Oh, there's something definitely wrong with our friend. Anyways, though, there's actually quite a few items we can get here. There's actually quite a few good items we can get here. There is a lottery ticket. It's actually kind of hard I was having difficulty finding it, but it's actually around this garbage can. For some reason, though, I was just having the darndest time finding it. Cautious Milton. I didn't even know Milton was a name. What do I do now? Sounds kind of like Niles. Oh, and here it is. A lottery ticket, which we're going to be using, I think, pretty soon. Because we don't get to hold on to tickets very long. Father Doyle. This Father Doyle sounds a little bit of a coward. But, okay. Anyways, let's head inside the inn, because Margaret might be waiting there for us. Now, it's good that she used that alias and not a different one, since she is a spy. Oh, yep. That's right. This is the town that Alice's father was killed by Roger Bacon. So no wonder she seems a little distant. Wow, it's already been that long. Oh, and look, we're in the graveyard. It's usually not a good thing when we get pulled here. When it's not of our own volition. Usually when we get pulled here, it's the masks want to chastise us and mock us. So, I'm usually not in the mood for it. Harumph! I feel like the gold mask would have like a really heavy voice, like, you should be thankful to that little girl. I don't know what kind of voice the Grail mask would have, but the sword mask would definitely have like a tisk tisk to save your soul. He'd have like a really high-pitched voice. Not sure about the staff mask though. Those masks are a bunch of jerks. So yep, now that Alice has decided to shoulder the curse of the masks, it seems like Foxface will now come after her instead of Yuri when the malice is at full. And even if it's not at full, eventually Foxface will come and take Alice's life. Yeah, well, it's understandable, Keith. I mean, this is the town where her father died. Have you ever heard stories where, like in like elderly shelters where you have to change the sheets? It's crazy how much urine can destroy a person's skin if they're seeped in it for so long. It's crazy, right? Anyways, I don't know why I thought of that. I just thought of it because he said that. Because Jujin, what the hell? Who's Jujin? Because Zuzin said that. And this is where he is. He's just hanging out in the inn, which of course allows you to change your party. Again, that's one of the things I really appreciate about the second game. You can change your party whenever you want. You don't need to find him. I think he only has a cameo in that game. I don't think you actually get to meet him in that game. I think there's a lot of cameos from the other characters, but you don't get to meet some of them. Sound Peddler. We can buy some stuff. And I'm just going to start cutting it out. So I just bought all the equipment there for all of the characters. There's no need for me to show them. It takes a lot of time. Anyway, I should have done it earlier, honestly. And we've got the red leather jacket, which is a pretty good suit of armor for now. And I don't know if I'm changing the pocket. Oh, lion guard. The loin guard. A red jacket and a loin guard. That's a good idea. So yeah, right now we only have Yuri, so unfortunately we cannot change the equipment of our other friends. But once we get them back in our party, we do have a bunch of items to give them. So yeah. Oh, and I missed the chance to get an item there, but it's okay, we will get it later. It kind of makes the loincloth useless because I think I switch it out for it. It's an interesting item. It's kind of a double-edged sword, but it is pretty decent. If you remember, this is from where the newspaper article showed in the very first part. Uh-oh. It's Bacon Wobbly Legs and Olga. It is true. We don't have to look for you now. Since you're right here, we'll just beat you up. Oh, it's Margaret, our spy friend. Margarete. The gang's all back. We finally got the gang all here. So anyways, we have to fight these really, really weak enemies. They are not even an issue. Like, it's incredible how pathetic they are. Their names, I don't even get to see their names because I just instantly kill them. They're called the Bill Fronds. Small demons that swing its rusted sickle. It wants to destroy everything in sight, and it's just a variation of the wind shear. It's wind. It has 165 health, and all it can do is knock you back. And I thankfully chose the Earth demon, so it did even more damage. So yeah, I just straight up obliterated it. Not even a challenge. Got a pretty decent amount of cash. We're gonna need it though, because I used a lot of it on upgrading Yuri's weapon. You know what's funny? Roger Bacon always looked like Steve Martin to me. Doesn't he look like Steve Martin? It's so weird. And there he goes, wibbly wobbly. No, Margaret, it's just Yuri, silly. He's not a ghost. You look solid. Guess you're not a ghosty. Yep, I'm just as you see me. You're tougher to kill than a cockroach. I love how he's just like, well, that was rude. And he's still stuck there, frozen in time. He just can't. Get moving, sonny boy. Oh, poor Yuri. Well, I'm sure Margaret's happy to see him. You saw Bacon? Well, I mean, they did summon a bunch of demons, but they were very weak, so I doubt it was for anything. The Moocher. My name is Keith. Mademoiselle. The Moocher's babysitter. Well, Bacon was an extremely powerful warlock. It's kind of a big deal, Yuri. Yeah, Bacon was a man of great knowledge and great passion for learning about things. Well, whoever he was, he must have been pretty damn powerful. And possibly a threat to Bacon. Ugh, Olga's such a peeping Tom. I could just imagine her like watching the peephole, like looking through like the door. Anyways, you get to choose your party member. Choose whoever you want. I'm just choosing Susan because he is the lowest level. Might have been nice to bring Margaret because we haven't seen her in a long time, but we will get her later on. I actually used Margaret in my final party, so I might do that again. I really like Margaret, but I don't know if she'll be in my final party. We'll see. I'm going to switch around a lot of the characters, you know, just again. Just for fun. Otherwise, you just stick with the same ones. Anyways, over here, there's a hidden item. We received a huge jug, but there's also another item here. There's also another item that I want to get. There's also a lottery ticket. So now we have 2 lottery tickets, which is actually very nice. So yeah, the huge jug is an interesting item, but it's not the one I'm really looking for right now. There's another jug item that we get in this part, but it's only, but we get in a while. It's actually pretty decent. Bottle of Jackie. So yeah, this makes your SP rate go down. It makes you lose 1 SP every other turn, but you lose a lot of stats though. Your stats suffer from it quite a bit. And I guess the idea is because you're drunk, maybe things aren't, like you're not quite in the right frame of mind, and you're drunk, so things that would normally scare you just don't scare you as much because you got like some beer goggles on. Anyways, I really messed up on this for some reason. It's not hard. I totally messed up. Swirly line. Open, damn you! 1, 2, 3. You gotta do it 3 times. So 9 in total. It's pretty simple. There's a really hard judgment ring at the very end of the game to get a secret ultimate weapon, and it's a pain in the ass, and I'm not looking forward to it. It is actually very hard. Hey, it's an old dude. This must be Father Doyle. Oh, he looks really, yeah, he's not an attractive fella. He looks like a really ugly Chris Farley. Like, he looks kind of like Chris Farley, but, like, really bad. And not funny. Oh, whoa. Oh, Father Doyle's a vegan. One of these names should sound familiar. James O'Flannery. If you remember, he was from Kudelka, one of the characters we played as, who was looking for one of the books at the monastery that was supposedly able to revive the dead, where we also met Roger Bacon. But quite different than the incarnation we know now. Doesn't quite add up. The Roger Bacon we know doesn't seem like the Roger Bacon we know now, unless something happened in between that short time that made him go insane. But he was already insane, though, from basically being an immortal, it seemed. Cardinal Albert Simon. A man who could rival Bacon. Asking the important questions, Keith. Thank you. Oh, well, I guess we're not going to get an answer out of that. How do you get struck by lightning in a building? Yeah, because they don't want creepy spider ladies in the church. I don't blame them. Anyways, though, we have another fight with Olga, but this time, though, we have the whole party, so it's roughly the same. She does very similar things, except, yeah, I think she has access to instant kill with the Black Fog, but luckily I don't get that. No, Black Fog causes poison. I'm sorry, not instant kill. But poison's really not that deadly, though. But yeah, she's still dark. This time, though, she has 3,300 HP. And she still has all the abilities she had before. But she likes to poison you. Other than that, though, she's really nothing too difficult. And of course, I'm gonna kind of, I'm gonna beat the crap out of this bird head by just using Ifrit. Black Fog looks actually pretty cool. I like the way it looks. Yeah, so it's poisoned. Does decent amount of damage and poisons us. But we can always use Holy Light. We can always get rid of the poison, so it's not a big deal. But what we're going to do is we're going to add Holy... well, I was about to. But what I do next is I'm going to add Holy Edge to Ifrit, to Yuri. So that way, all of his physical attacks are now light-based, which will do even more damage to Olga. Nice, got that perfect. And Zuzan can heal himself if need be, or others. Bada boom. Very nice. So, yep, and now that Ignition has been activated, we're just going to go ahead and start punching. Look at that, 400 damage. I dealt almost 1,000 damage in a single turn with just Yuri. And once I add Holy Edge, it's going to do even a little more damage. No, come on. There we go past me. Add that Holy Edge. Yeah, no crit, no perfect for Holy Edge. Yeah, when you do, like, seriously, Ifrit can just wreck house with bosses. It's not even funny. And it's going to do a little corpse arm. It's kind of creepy, though, because she's, like, in a giant dress, and it looks like these hands are trying to grab up it, and I don't want to be near Olga's spider bits. So let's not. This is decent damage. Not as much as what we're going to do right now, though. Look at that. Almost... Damn, 600. I'm doing 200 extra damage or so with... Well, I did get it nice, so it does a little more damage, too. But, yeah, though. Olga is straight up... fucked. She ain't beating us. Not even close. I mean, she has almost killed Zuzan. Zuzan is taking a lot of damage. But other than that, though, I think Yuri only has to attack one more time, and then she is gonzo. Good thing no one's allergic to feathers in this game, or that heal might not be very useful. Can you be allergic to feathers? You probably can. Perfect. Seriously, that was great. But she didn't disappear, though, into the giant diamonds, so she's still not dead yet. You know they're not dead yet until they turn into giant diamonds. And we get the small jug, which is actually a nice item. A little bit of a double-edged sword, but will still be useful. Now get your spider ass out of this church. Oh, he's still alive. Well, at least we know where to go now. We're gonna go to London. Yep. And with that, though, that's it, though. We have to head to London now. But first, we're gonna get rid of the loincloth and we're gonna put on the small jug, which gives you a pretty nice, decent boost. But you lose 2 SP every turn. But it gives you a nice boost in abilities, so you don't always want to have it on you, especially when you start summoning the big demons of Yuri. But yeah. But with that, though, we should be able to leave the town. Yeah, so we're just going to heal real quick instead of wasting the tents, just because, I don't know, I always waste tents. But you know what, though? I'm going to end the video here, and we will go ahead and continue playing Shadow Hearts, and hopefully find this Albert Simon in the next part. So this has been Yohhamgambal. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay, bye then.